Hello everybody, SpiritGaming here, and welcome to the very early game review of GW2. In this video, we will be taking a look at the game GW2, but before we start, I would actually like to explain what this series is going to be all about. This series is going to happen every single Sunday, and in this series I will be taking a look at the earliest of early games in free-to-play MMORPGs. Keep in mind I have not played any MMORPG games in a couple of years, so I have a lot of catching up to do. That is why I will be doing reviews of MMORPG games as a complete beginner. These reviews will contain the most important footage of 2+ hours of game time, so don't expect to get a lot of knowledge from these kind of videos. The reason why I'm reviewing these games is to give you a short but good review of the game's early game, and the most important question is gonna get answered, and that is if the game is easy to get into. At the end of each video, I will be talking about the game I'm reviewing, but not only from my playtime, but from the info I have gathered from other sources. So yes, this review will contain me playing as a beginner, and then me giving you information from other players that have played this game for a long amount of time. And without any further ado, let's jump straight into the video. The first thing I saw when I got into the game were the locked character slots that you can unlock by buying the expansions. Of course, I knew that this game had expansions before I even started playing, because while creating my account I stumbled upon their website that had their expansions up in the store. Then I did a bit of research to find out if the expansions were a must to try out this game, and it came back with good news. Different forums and websites said that no, to play the base game and progress through the levels you don't need to buy the expansions. So the reason you're seeing this video is because this game is indeed free to play. And if you want to progress through the game, you can buy the expansions. So after I got rid of the dilemma if this game is pay to play or free to play, I started with character creation. I was greeted by a nice looking screen with 5 races to choose from. Those 5 races are Dikar, Human, Norn, Asura and Sylvari. All of these races have different starting stories and their own lores, which I will let you read the lores yourself because I think they're very well done and you should spend a bit of time reading all of them. Obviously, I chose Sylvari because whenever there is a plant type of a race in any game, I immediately go to it. After I chose the class, I was greeted by the same art style screen, but with a different option for me to choose between a male and a female Sylvari. Then I wondered, do all classes have these two genders? I went back and forth between all classes, and it turns out this game has 0 gender locked classes, which is a very positive thing when it comes to MMOs especially. Next, after I chose my male Sylvari, I got into a screen that had 9 classes or professions that are known in the game, which were Knight, Guardian, Revenant, Ranger, Thief, Engineer, Necromancer, Elementalist, and the Mesmer class. I won't talk about every class at this moment, but I will talk about it during the end of this video, so watch until the end if you want to learn more about each class. But as I have mentioned, on my streams I always say I wish there was a Ranger type of class in Dragon Raja, which is my main game, and that is the game my channel is focused on. Ranger class means that the class plays with a bow and arrow, which I love in every single game. Then I saw the Ranger class and read that it had a companion, and I was immediately hooked. I didn't care to read how good the class was or nothing. I just went straight to the Ranger and never looked back. The next screen was what surprised me, and it was the actual character customization screen. It had body features that included height, physique, skin patterns. Then we got to head options, which included hairstyles and hair colors, face and skin colors, and the ears and their size of the ears and everything like that. Then we had nose, eyes, mouth, chin. With all of these features, you're able to actually customize anything you want. And in the end, I saw an armor die screen which let me choose my armor's color. After I made my mushroom character, yes, I did make a mushroom character, I went to the next screen which let me choose one of 3 companions that would help me in battle, and those were Moa, an ostrich type of looking companion, Stalker, that was a tiger looking companion, and at the end, Fernhound, which was a dog type of companion, and I love dogs, so I chose the Fernhound. After that, the game let me choose what my story would be like when I was awakened, what my motivation will be, and etc. When I chose my story, I was able to choose my character's name. Although I wasn't able to use my name SpiritGaming, I was able to use the name Spirit Games. I was so happy, I couldn't wait to go into the game. When I clicked yes, I was greeted by a very beautiful drawn cinematic that showed the beginnings of Sylvari and my beginning as well. It was one of the coolest things I have ever seen. The drawing was beautiful, the voiceover was amazing, and the story was perfect as well. After the cinematic ended, the game actually started. It said I was in a dream. On the right and on the left, a little notification popped up as a tutorial. It told me how to move. After the game told me how to walk, it was time to do my first quest. And obviously, I had to talk with Katie, but I have played Dragon Rush for 3 months, and I clicked on the quest, expecting that it would actually auto-path me to where I need to go, but nothing happened. I saw on the map a green icon and I moved towards it, and yes, that was indeed where I had to go. I came close to Katie and it told me to press F if I wanted to talk to her, which I did. After that, I was so surprised this game had its quest voiced over it. But not just the NPCs. Not only them had voice, but my character had a voice as well. I said to myself, oh wow, I was not expecting that. I listened to what Katie had to say and I continued with the quest. I had to fight some monsters, including a big dragon that was not a big challenge at all, with the help of some NPCs. After that, my character was finally born and I came out of the dream. This meant that my journey just started. On the top right, I immediately saw something that said content guide. It was basically an icon with an arrow pointing towards where I needed to go. I followed the arrow and then my map opened. The NPC told me where I should go, so I went there. The first quest gave me a lot of options on how I would like to complete the actual quest, and that I loved. If I wanted to gather and complete the quest by gathering, I could have done that. If I wanted to fight, I could finish the quest by fighting. But of course I did both because doing some combinations is pretty fun. Because there is no auto-pathing that I was really used to, I got lost a bit, but found my way really fast. It was another quest that gave me a lot of options, and that basically confirmed it that the quests during the whole game would be like that, have a lot of options to choose from. While I was in the middle of completing my quest, a giant spider appeared and it showed up on my minimap. I was confused, very confused about what it was, but I saw a few people attacking it and I joined in. After we beat that spider boss, we got a bunch of experience, which meant that yes, there were events like killing mini-bosses and gathering events that appear either at a certain amount of time or at a random time. While questing, I learned how to dodge and I saw a very nice achievement system. Basically, whenever I did something, I would get a notification that I did it and it gave me some sort of achievement points. And with my knowledge at the time, I thought that I have to do everything the game tells me to do, which I did. After some time passed, I did more quests and then I realized that this game is very old, but it actually has a lot of players that are playing through the early game still. That to me meant that this game is still as popular as ever. A few of the players had already gotten trial mounts that they were trialing with, so that either meant that they got it from expansions or that they are high level players leveling up their out accounts. Which I didn't care about at all. As long as there are low level players like me questing together, the game was more fun. And I had a fun experience with some players as well. A higher level event popped up and I had to check it out. That was my first time I came really close to dying, but with the help of some players we cleared the event and I got a lot of experience for it. As time passed by, I unlocked more and more parts of the map. The game was not boring at all. I saw that we could actually swim underwater, attack underwater, defend, use abilities, and so on and so forth. After completing a few other events and quests, I saw that I missed some quests and I wanted to return to them. I completed the missing quests and I got to level 10. Level 10, a green quest popped up, and those green quests were the actual story quests. This quest had a nice beginning, but unfortunately I was not able to play more of the game after that. That is where my journey ended, but it was only because I was busy. But whenever I have more time on my hands, I will definitely play it more. But now to sum things up and tell you what I have read about the game and would I recommend it to anyone. So first of all, yes, I would recommend it to anyone, and I just want to say that this game is the best MMORPG I have ever played when it comes to early levels. Of course, I have not played the endgame yet. The races look very cool, as well as all the classes, the character customization, the story that you can pick by yourself, the companion that I got. All of these things made me want to play the game even more. I was surprised by all of the cutscenes. They were so beautifully drawn as well as beautifully voiceovered. Your character has a voice, which is a surprise for MMOs at the moment. All of the NPCs have a voice as well. The game always had me thinking while playing it. The random events that popped up made it so I don't just go around and kill stuff, but it was more than just that. The countless number of players that I passed by meant the game is still played and it encouraged me to play it even more. And that's about it for my journey. Now to tell you what I have learned from the forums and websites, although I mostly read the wiki. Every class has 3 profession types. I will leave the link to the page read these 2 in the description. But as I said, every class has 3 professions, which meant you can play your class in different ways, not just one. PvP can be big scale or small scale real-time PvP. As far as I have heard, you can actually play this game with big breaks, and still whenever you return to it, you feel like you haven't missed that much and jump straight into the endgame. There is gathering, crafting, salvaging, recipes, and a lot more stuff in the game that you can do. You can explore the world, get achievements, and many more things. To progress through the whole game, buying the expansions is a must, but as far as I can see, the expansions are very well worth it. You get a lot of playtime hours with those expansions. Also, one more important thing to mention is that everything in the shop is customs and mounts. You can buy them with diamonds, which you can get from money, or you can actually exchange your gold that you farm for the diamonds. So yes, everything except the expansions in this game you can get just by playing. And yeah guys, thank you all so much for watching this different video for me. I put in a lot of work in this video, so it would help me a lot if you subscribed, left a like and commented on what you think about this game. The next game I will be playing is going to be Phantasy Star Online 2, which comes out on May 27th, 2020. I might even stream it after game launches, so press that notification bell too. But for those Dragon Rush viewers to have seen this video to the end, just to relieve you, I want to say that yes, Dragon Rush is still my main game, and daily videos and streams for the game won't stop for now. As I said guys, thank you all so much for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and bye bye.